Welcome to the video room of the lab. Today I would like to kind of go over one of our Team USA men players, one of our up-and-coming stars, but a very strong two-handed player. For those of you that want to kind of work or coach with two-handed players, this would be a very good style to emulate. Is Chris Vai. So first of all, I want to kind of bring up his front view, and let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now, being a two-handed bowler, one thing that you kind of want to watch for is that if they have swing or take back problems, that you don't want to be standing like a one-handed bowler where you have more your hips slightly open, you know, not square, but slightly open in shoulders. But as your two-handers develop, they're going to get their separation of the swing and be able to keep it in line when they take it back. They can come to the more standardized stance. So you can see Chris, if you didn't know he was a two-handed bowler, looking at his stance, right now at this point, he looks like what you're going to normally see for a one-handed bowler. So let's go ahead and loop it in normal speed. And overall, it looks nice, clean, it's smooth. Now you'll notice that first big step to the left. That is one way he gets around being that he's so square in the stance. And he's not square, but not open like you see sideways, like you'll see a lot of two-handed bowlers. It kind of lets him open everything up. The advantage to that is that he's able from that point on keep a very straight approach. The other thing is it helps enable him to have a nice swing that stays straight behind him as he comes through and releases the ball. And the thing is, if this is repeatable, and if he can do it every single time, and if he comes up here and he can slide in the same spot, there's not really a liability to doing that. We can make it look better, but if he can repeat this footwork, that's going to be kind of unique for the two-hander and lets him open things up. So let's go ahead and look at as he takes a step to left. Now we have that step in line with slightly open on the foot. Now he created this space right here along his body to take that swing back. So now the hips open up. Now here's the key too for all those working with the two-handers. The unique thing that all the two-handers are going to do to be able to get a good swing is this shoulder needs to get down, left shoulder needs to get down, and that's almost going to be like it's getting underneath his chin. It's going to feel, now you can see where it really gets down underneath there. So let's go ahead and right here. You see how it really gets low. That is one of the keys for the two-handed swing. Because let me pull up a side view while we're talking about this so you can see it. Let's go ahead and put him into that spot where he tucks underneath. You want to think as a two-hander, the center of his chest at the base of his neck is going to be apex of the swing. That's where really the two-handers are swinging from. They're not swinging from the right shoulder, they're not swinging from the left shoulder. They're swinging with both shoulders. So be thinking that this point right here is going to be the apex of the swing. Let's get back to the front view. And as he drops the ball down, now you'll notice that he goes heel to toe. You're going to see a lot of two-handed and some one-handed players with very successful. Shannon Plowski for one, that can do it. If they're not having knee problems, as long as this knee flexes after the heel toe, myself as a coach working with these high-end players, I don't see a liability with it. It's when that this knee is not pointing over the toe, not going the same direction as the foot, where the knee could be pointing this direction, or you'll see sometimes that direction. Knees don't like to rotate sideways, and that's where you create the liability with the knees. Whether they're sliding heel toe or toe to the heel, watch for that knee is at the finish position or the toe. So now we get into it, and we talked about it on one-handers before as well, but look at this position. Get down here with that ball inside the shoulder. Actually, the head is outside the bowling ball at the bottom. That's where these bowlers can get a lot of strength leverage. Nice follow through, elbow in. You notice the elbow comes straight up, arm swing comes straight up. Really great style if you're looking for a two-hander to emulate. I know everyone likes to do Jason and a few others of the famous ones. But I think that if you look at some of the fundamentals that Chris does with his game, there's some really good aspects that you can incorporate into the two-handed style. Let's go back to his side view. Sometimes they have a skip or a little hop. Now right there, he is airborne. But you notice here, he still has the separation of the feet. Where you see a lot of people airborne, they will just get to this point right here and go up in the air and then change. So he actually has a step in there. Now, this is very good. We can see that the spine tilt is not too extreme. And the nice finish and follow through, flat spot and extension. Let's take a look at the back so you can see what the swing kind of looked like from the back. Now you'll see that first step, they'll kind of go to the left. He's able to repeat that, kind of opens things up for along the side of his body here. For the ball come in, now it's in line. Elbow up on top, elbow down below. See this alignment right here, lines up with the shoulders. Gets that nice inside of the shoulder for the bottom of the power fingers below the ball, bottom of the bowling ball. That's where you get those revs. One thing that's really nice about his follow through as he continues through the shot, you'll see that the follow through elbow stays in and he goes through the ball, not going around the ball. I think that's where a lot of players get in trouble, is they try to go around the ball as opposed to going through the ball. Whether you're a two-handed or a one-handed player, that's the kind of follow through you want to be emulating. So a lot of good things that Chris has here that you can actually incorporate into your two-handed game, or if you're a one-handed player, some of the aspects incorporate. But this is why he's one of the rising stars on Team USA and up and coming on the PBA Tour.